I decided to do a blood pressure check. Now, my blood pressure was about 154/90/95. All of a sudden, it was 110/67. That's right, I was quite shocked. It's been constant since that time, around the 120/70/74 mark, so that can only be put down to the V6. I must say that I am feeling generally better all round.
Hey, Richard, thanks so much for coming to spend time with me today.
Thank you, Tracy. Yes, look, I joined QHS in April 2023 as a recommendation from Loved One Society. I've been involved with orphans and all sorts of things for the last 25 years, and with Loved One Society trying to get ready for this coming event to finance projects that I have. I received my V6 in September last year, and to me it didn't make a great deal of difference at that time, or at least I didn't think it did. So a couple of months went by. It did make an amazing difference to my wife and her depression straight away. So that was exciting, and I was more interested in that for her than for me. It's one of those things, these V6 or V9, you just don't know what's going on in your body that's healing, especially when you get to my age of 78. So in February, I think it was, late January, February, I decided to do a blood pressure check. Now, my blood pressure was about 154/90/95. All of a sudden, it was 110/67. That's right, I was quite shocked. So I rang my doctor and he said, halve your medication, which I did. And it's been constant since that time, around the 120/70/74 mark. So that can only be put down to the V6. Emotionally, I'm usually fairly steady anyway, so I haven't noticed anything great there. I received a V9 in November, just gone, and I gave that to Barbara because she had a greater need. Hers hadn't arrived at the stage, and because I'm a golden member, I suppose, I got mine a bit sooner. So I'm still waiting for hers to arrive for me and looking forward to that. But it made a big difference to her. It really did. In fact, she got to a stage with the V6. After about a month or so, she would wear it. It was on and off, on and off. Bit of doubt coming in, I guess. When the V9 arrived, wow, it made such a difference. She wouldn't take it off at all, even to charge it at times. So that's good news. So I'm looking forward to getting my V9. Other than that, my health for my age, I think, is extremely good. I've got a few skin issues. I can only put that down to sunshine and different bits and pieces over my lifespan. Although I say my arthritis is so much better. I used to get it in my ankles and my knees and my shoulders. Now I very, very rarely get any of it. So I can only put that down to the V6. I've been wearing 2 V6s for the last 3 weeks, and my sinus has improved somewhat. My sinus got really bad when I moved out to this farm. Lots of trees and pollens and grass and things like that, I think. And not much I can do about that. I suppose I could wear a mask all the time.
Did you notice a difference when you added the second V6?
Not straight away. 3 or 4 days later, I started to get a bit clearer in my head. My ears have been deafened with this sinus. It's like they're blocked, but there's nothing on the outside. It's more on the inside. If I breathe through my mouth, I can hear perfectly. The minute I start breathing through my nose, I get this roaring noise, and I still get that. But that has decreased. So I'm hopeful there that may get better over time, especially when the V9 arrives here. I can't wait for the QARC I mean, to be 30 again, holy smoke. All the things I got up to when I was 30, gee, I can't wait.
What
But,
excites you the most? What are you going to do when you all of a sudden you have a 30-year-old body with all this wisdom and experience to use with it this time?
look, I've got quite a lot of projects, humanitarian projects, and the funding ready to go and to be redeemed so that I can do that work. And my plans are for 100 years of that. So QArc's going to make that difference. Can't wait. So lots of travel to Africa. Been over there many times. We've got an orphanage over there in Durban that we support. And they've been, since 2000, we supplied, well, our ministry supplied 200 beds, hospital beds that I had gifted to me years before. And that got the orphanage going. So it's been going for 25 years and it's fed and looked after countless children and down and outs for that matter too, not just children. But my heart is for children and the down and outs in Southern Africa. I visited 8 countries back in 2000, all the military in those countries and the heads of governments. That was a pretty awesome trip. And at that time, we were getting Bibles into the military. Very successful. And as a result of that trip, a chap rang me and said, "Did you say you had hospital beds?" I said, "Yes, what do you need?" Told us about the hospital orphanage that they just bought and cleaned up, but had no furniture. So as a result of that stuff we sent over, all that hospital equipment, that's now been running 25 years. So that's exciting. And I'd like to expand on that as time goes by and we get healthy and funding to do that. So roll on QArc. So,
That's awesome. What a beautiful heart you have.
Well, it's been 25 years. Actually, my life changed about 34 years ago. I had I suppose you'd call it a Damascus Road experience. Prior to that, I was all gung-ho and going nowhere fast. But it's really changed my life. And I just look, I know he's with me. I know he's protecting me. I know he's introducing me to Loved One Society and to QHS. I mean, these things just don't turn up at your doorstep, do they? Not without something behind it. So I just thank the Lord for that.
Well, what would you like to say to the people watching this video in closing?
Well, I'm very thankful to QHS. I really am. I look forward to the next adventure, probably a V12, I'd say by then, but or QArc. So I'm really looking forward to that. And I must say that I am feeling generally better all round.
Awesome. Will you come back and do part 2 post QArc?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. You might not recognize me though, Tracy.
Oh, I'll recognize your voice. Thank you so
goodness.
much, Richard, for coming and spending time and sharing your story. I appreciate you.
Thank you for making this QHS project fly. This valorous admin team, thank you. The Key community welcomes you. Thank you for making your home QHS healthy and happy. Thank you for helping us place QH centers all around the world. Together, hand in hand, we make miracles happen. QuantumHealingSystems.org. Thank you.